আসসালামু আলাইকুম, কেমন আছেন সবাই? আশা করি সবাই ভালো আছেন। আলহামদুলিল্লাহ আমিও ভালো আছি। তো দীর্ঘদিন পর আমার ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে লাইভে আসলাম। তো আপনাদের সাথে আড্ডা দেব, প্লাস গেম প্লে, ফ্রেন্ডলি ম্যাচ বলেন বা ডিভিশন ম্যাচ, তো সব আড্ডাই হবে। তো আমাদের লাইভে দেখি কয়জন যুক্ত আছেন। তো এখন পর্যন্ত আমাদের লাইভে যুক্ত হন নাই কেউ। তো আপাতত ম্যাচ খেলি আমরা, দেখি স্ট্রিমিং এর কি অবস্থা। আমার ইউটিউব কি লাইভ হইতেছে? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। হুম। তো আমাদের লাইভে একজন যুক্ত হয়েছেন। তো ভাই কোথায় থেকে আপনি লাইভটা দেখতেছেন অবশ্যই কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। বিটি স্কোয়াড এক্সআই। তো আমার বাংলাদেশি ভাইয়ের সাথে ম্যাচ পড়েছে, দেখা যাক আমার বাঙালি ভাই কেমন। এটা হচ্ছে আমার বাঙালি ভাইয়ের স্কোয়াড। মাশাল্লাহ, মোটামুটি অনেকটা ভালো আছে। তো ডিভিশন ম্যাচে তো লোডিং হচ্ছে। তো আমাদের লাইভে কে
Oh, what a
কোথা থেকে
sight this
দেখছেন তো
is. The
অবশ্যই
colour,
কমেন্ট করে
the
জানাবেন। আর
choreography,
আমাদের
the
লাইভ কি
camaraderie.
সবকিছু
The
ঠিকঠাক
fans have
আছে
pulled
কিনা
out all the stops to make
তো
this a
অবশ্যই কমেন্ট করে
monumental
জানাবেন।
occasion.
দেওয়াল ওকে।
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
ভাই আমার লাইভ কি ঠিকঠাক আছে কিনা কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন ভাই।
So that's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this guy, McAllister, is someone I see as the linchpin in this side. He's a playmaker who loves that little left-sided channel to release people further up the pitch. But I also like to see him play centrally at times. I think he's just very, very good in the number 10 position. And he's got a great understanding of that role.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And
Good save.
Batistuta! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bangladesh with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Olise goes short, and he's in on goal. And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Italy disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. McAllister making good progress.
তো আমার অপোনেন্ট কিন্তু অনেক বল হোল্ড করে
It's a
খেলতেছে।
good one he's making out on the left.
ও
Oh, that's nice.
অপোনেন্ট তো দেখি ভালো
It'll be
ড্রিবল
a throw
করতেছে।
in. Nice control. And that's aimed into the middle.
গুড
And he's there
ক্লিয়ারেন্স
to
বাই
belt it
নেক্সট
away.
ক্লিয়ার না করলে বলেছে একদম ফাঁকা।
Corner number 2 then.
ফার্স্ট কর্নার না সরি সেকেন্ড কর্নার।
Olise with the short one.
কর্নার
Shapes to shoot!
again good save by
And a
David De
terrific
Gea.
save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up.
শর্ট কর্নার নেবে আবারও।
And he whips it across.
এবার লং
Keeper's dealt with that. Rijkaard going forward.
অপোনেন্ট কিন্তু ভালো খেলতেছে ভাই, কিন্তু ভালো খেলতে দেওয়া
Maldini
যাবে না।
cuts out the pass.
আমারও তো খেলতে হবে নাকি?
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
আমারও খেলতে হবে, অপোনেন্ট খেললেই হবে না।
Oh, good
Oh,
read.
good intercept.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bangladesh do have a chance to counter here. Goes for a shot!
What a
It's
shit,
loose
bro.
and there's a race for the ball. Olise! Oh, and that one's
বলাই
done
যায়,
no
opponent
damage
কিন্তু
in the
আমার
end.
উপর একদম
That
dominate
is a
করে
really
খেলতেছে।
good
আমি
chance
কোনো
missed,
কিছুই করতে
Peter.
পারতেছি না।
Certainly the way he's been playing.
Maldini is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Now it's Girassi. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Messi. And that's been drilled in.
my
Rudiger attempts a clearance.
অপোনেন্ট
Silvestre.
ভালো ড্রিবল করে ভাই।
Tries to play it through.
Smart
And this is
assist
Batistuta. Nagatomo. Neymar. Great vision. Now it's Girassi.
বিগ চান্স মিস ব্রো, বিগ চান্স
That
মিস।
signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for a lack of...
অপোনেন্ট ডমিনেট করে খেলছে বিটি
What
স্কোয়াড
do you
এক্স
think
সাইড।
we're up to after 45
পজিশন
minutes?
সেট আমার
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been
অলরেডি
poor.
কিন্তু সে
Not a single shot on
ছয়টা
goal
শুটিং
tells
করছে
you
আর আমি
all you need
একটা
to know,
একদম
Peter. Everything
নুয়ে নুব।
seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
ফার্স্ট হাফ যা হয়েছে হয়েছে ভাই, সেকেন্ড হাফটা নিজেরা জেতার জন্য চেষ্টা করি। ফার্স্ট হাফ যে খেলা দিছি গোল খায় না, কপাল ভালো আমার, দেহায় আমারে বাঁচায় দিছে।
Away we go again.
Italy really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Oh, good
Smart
looking
assist
ball.
opponent.
Maldini. McAllister is the distributor in chief, always looking for movers. Ibrahimovic!
Good save by opponent.
Oh, that was a brilliant save. That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, facing up to adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Yeah.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Threads one in. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Plays a sharp little ball here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Messi. And it's Nagatomo. Delivers with... He's rising! Now, who's going to be first to this? No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ibrahimovic dominates aerially so often. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Knocks it into space. And the shot's on here. It's Ibrahimovic!
Goal, finally goal.
And he hits the net! Finally! The deadlock is broken!
Opponent first half আমাদের
What
উপর
a
একদম
time
dominate
to
করে
take the
ফেলছে।
lead.
আমি
But
কিছুটা
now
হলো
comes the
second half
dilemma of
চেষ্টা
whether
করছি।
you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Italy have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Italy have broken through. It's 1-0.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now or try and finish it off?
1-0 as we head towards the end. Ibrahimovic. And this is Del Piero. Italy moments now away from seeing this one out. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ibrahimovic. And here's Neymar. Closing in on goal. Neymar! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? McAllister. And that's that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
Good game by
Ibrahimovic
opponent.
taking in the
ভালো খেলছে।
accolades, having been named
Second
man of the
half-এ
match,
আমি একটু
and
সুযোগ
deservedly
দিইনি।
so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then,
Rahul
Jim?
BD.
Well, I think the result was perfect evidence, Peter, that showed all departments of the team were working
Good of him.
really well. You just can't complain.
কে কোথা থেকে লাইভ দেখছেন অবশ্যই কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন। ইনশাল্লাহ চেষ্টা করব রেগুলার লাইভে আসার। তো যদিও আমি সময় পাই না, চেষ্টা করব। দেখি লাস্ট ওয়ান ম্যাচ। সবাই তো গ্যারেজই পাইছেন, গ্যারেজই কেমন পারফরমেন্স দিচ্ছে। তো আমি নতুন ট্রেনিং করে কয়েকটা ম্যাচ খেলছি, 3-4টা ম্যাচ খেলছি। অবশ্য পা দিয়ে
Well,
গোল
the
দেয়
scene
নাই,
we have here,
মাথা
there's a
দিয়ে হেডিং
real
করে গোল দিছি।
expectant buzz in the stadium, and
জায়গাটা
they're
মারাত্মক
raring to go
মাখন গোল।
any minute now.
মনে হয়েছে যে মিনি
Well, the
জান
stage is
কলার।
set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. Real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful...
It's Ibrahimovic!
ঠিক শট মারলাম,
Oh,
শুটিং দিয়ে দিছি।
split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And here's Ibrahimovic. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ibrahimovic.
দেখি গ্যারেজি কেমন
has it
হেডিং
out
দেয়।
wide and in space.
আরে গ্যারেজি কই,
Last ditch defending, but that'll do.
পজিশনিং একটু প্রবলেম আছে।
Bergomi kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. No, that's been intercepted. Plays a sharp little ball here. Juve gets into a good position. Pitches it off him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. So it is still 0-0. And there's green grass ahead of him.
ও রে ভাই,
Cannavaro did
এটা
well
যদি
to
পার
emerge
হইতো
with
না,
the
নেট
ball.
মেট ছিঁড়া যেত
That's a
একদম।
contest to keep an eye on. Tonali finding himself in space. Saliba can get it clear. Messi. Can he spark a counter here?
বল কন্ট্রোল নাই
Definitely
বললেই
have the
চলে।
look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And he's managed to get free. Neymar. Cross into the box.
Shit, man.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Aimed beyond the defence. Can he get on the end of this? Foul and a free kick in a
Foul,
very
not penalty.
dangerous area.
Disappointing. Very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. And so we have the first set piece of the game.
Roberto Carlos সে কি শর্ট কর্নার নিবে না ডাইরেক্ট ফ্রি কিক নিবে দেখা যাক।
Roberto
ও
Carlos!
হোয়াট এ শট,
He went for the corner.
গুড অ্যাটেম্প।
Out of play
কি
for
হলো?
a throw.
তো লাইভে দুইজন যুক্ত আছেন, তো কে কোথায় থেকে লাইভ দেখছেন অবশ্যই কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন।
Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. It's a pretty loose pass.
কি এলোমেলো গেম প্লে।
Roberto Carlos, well seen. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
ফার্স্ট
So
হাফ
neither
একদম
team
এলোমেলো।
were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So nothing to report so far on the goals front.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals.
Piero.
0-0 at the break.
ভেরিসিটা আমি স্কোয়াডে রাখছি মাত্র, এর যে নতুন পাইছি এর দিয়ে গেম প্লে করার জন্য। বাট আহামরি ভালো কোনো পারফরমেন্স দেখলাম না। যারা ভাই ক্রস খেলে তাদের জন্য ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু মানে যারা পায়ে পায়ে খেলে, ডাবল টাচ খেলে, ওদের জন্য
So we're off
গেরিসি না।
again.
Well, both sides are eager to get
বল
going.
কন্ট্রোল একদম
Here's
বাজে।
hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Now he's got space here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nagatomo. And it's Messi. Italy do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Oh, they continue each to cancel the other out. Oh, good-looking ball. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Del Piero. Oh, that's Del Piero! Goal! They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. The movement so precise.
সেলিব্রেশন দিয়ে দিছে রে ভাই
Sumptuous.
অপোনেন্ট।
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. That has been cut short. Ibrahimovic. Del Piero is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And here's Ibrahimovic. And for a moment, time stood still. we have our
ম্যাচটা কি
very
হয়ে
first
যাবো
corner.
নাকি? 1-0 পিছিয়ে আছি।
Oh, he's been flattened there.
আরে
And he's quick to get rid. Just about up to 75 minutes. Mateus. That's good running with the ball. The message is to pass.
অপোনেন্ট খেলতে চাই স্মার্ট অ্যাসিস্ট।
Italy really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
আবার গোল খাইছি।
It's Ibrahimovic! It's it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Wonderfully smooth, smart,
এই
and slick.
সেলিব্রেশন দেওয়া
I
আর
was
হচ্ছে যে
impressed with both
স্মার্ট
the
অ্যাসিস্ট
movement
এত
and the
পরিমাণে
pass,
যে আমি
both
ভাই
causing lots of
কি আর
problems
বলবো
for that
তোকে?
defence.
বিরক্ত একদম বিরক্ত।
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now.
Boyan! It's
এটাও
loose
শেষ।
and there's a race for the ball.
The keeper
বোধার
was likely
কন্ট্রোল
to need his best there, and he found it.
কন্ট্রোল হলো স্মার্ট অ্যাসিস্ট এন্ড সেলিব্রেশন দেওয়া এই দুইটা জিনিস লাগে।
Brahim Diaz makes a dash for it. Mateus played into space.
Toon are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Now that looks a decent
আবার গোল
ball.
খাইছে নাকি?
He's had a
Good
shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Del Piero has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Luis Suarez. Maldini. Time added on 4 minutes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Italy were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you...
তো আজকের মতো এটুকু লাইভে থাকি, আবার ইনশাল্লাহ আগামীকাল লাইভে আসবো। তো সবাই ভালো থাকবেন। লাইভে একজন দেখতেছেন, ইনশাল্লাহ আগামীকাল আবারও আসবো সবকিছু ঠিকঠাক নিয়ে। থাম্বনেল তুল করে একটা থাম্বনেল দেবো, দেন আরও কিছু কিছু যা যা অ্যাড করা লাগে সব কিছু অ্যাড করবো। তো সবাই ভালো থাকেন, ইনশাল্লাহ আগামীকাল আবার দেখা হবে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।